Have you got a folding saw? Or are you using a saw blade in the field? If you are, get an old toothbrush and use it to clean off the teeth. It's much safer than using your hands, even if you're wearing gloves. It's great to have a fairly nondescript rucksack, and if it's got Velcro, you can make it more or less military. You can make it more or less colourful. There's not one rucksack that's fit for every purpose, but you can extend the use by using various rucksack covers. You can make your rucksack stand out with a high-vis rain cover, or make them blend in with a camouflage one. Nylon ones are lightweight, keep the worst of the rain out of your bag, dry quickly, and are small, so you can carry both in one bag. If you're foraging and you don't want to buy a dump bag, or you don't want to look too military, you can always use a cheap cotton bag. They've already got the handles on. You can double them over and use them as a water filter. They let things like mushrooms breathe. They're cheap. You can wash them, and they're easy to fold back up when you don't want to use them anymore. So for all these reasons, buy a cheap cotton bag, put it in your kit, or even better, fold it up and put it in your pocket. Stainless or carbon, the argument goes on. One thing you can do to protect your carbon blade from the chemicals in the leather sheath is wrap it in waxed baking paper or oil paper when you're not using it, or make yourself a plastic sheath. If you want to use your knife for preparing food, use coconut oil rather than mineral oil. They both work, and if you clean the blade, coconut oil won't affect the food, although mineral oil will. Do you want to keep your gear dry? If so, don't put it in a plastic bag that tears. Put it in a rubber bag that doesn't. They're cheap, they're light, they last a long time. If you're going to improvise tent pegs, don't take straight sticks from the ground. They're usually too easily broken. Use your secateurs to cut a proper tent peg. But because it's a living item, don't do it unless you have to. This is just a small piece of twig that I picked off the ground. But that's the principle. It's quick, it's easy, it's effective to use secateurs. Secateurs are more effective in many cases than a knife, and they're certainly less aggressive looking, especially if you keep them in a little pouch. Regardless of what you do, get out there, get training. You know it makes sense. It will serve you well.